Hi, it's Matt Pojats here again. Hope you're having a good, strong start to your May. This week, let's talk self pity. We've all likely been in a place where we've gotten consumed with our own problems, our own failures, our own mishaps, and we seem to feel like taking a bath in it will somehow wash us clean of it. And being consumed by it generally means we pass it along to everyone else in our path. It does often bring us healing to share our hurt and struggles with a close friend, just to get them off our chest. However, a lifestyle of, or even a season of, self pity leaves us needing to tell our life story and all the reasons why our life isn't fair to anyone who will listen. And if no one will listen, we tell ourselves how terrible life is, or how bad we're hurting, or how frustrated we are, to make ourselves feel better. People talk a lot about how dangerous pride is, that it's destructive. We've likely all heard it said, pride comes before a fall, and even the Bible echoes that statement. But I think self-pity is potentially more risky and damaging than pride. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines self-pity as a self-indulgent dwelling on one's own sorrows or misfortunes. Self-pity, in a sense, is pride. One of the worst kinds of pride. Self-pity is arrogance. I don't care about your needs, about your problems. Look at the problems I have to deal with. Your issues are nothing compared to mine. Unquote. If someone says, my life is so much better than yours, we frown on that and say, how arrogant. But what about when someone says, my situation is so much worse than yours? Shouldn't we frown the same on that? It's the same arrogance. As Stephen Fry has said, the problem with self-pity is that it essentially destroys everything around itself except itself. It's centered around self, and in the search for false satisfaction in it that never materializes, we destroy relationships, respect, trust, belief, opportunity, and more. We somehow think that it's eventually going to feel better to wear our struggles like a logo on our shirts, but it doesn't take long before people just simply don't want to be around us anymore. And if we can't get the microscope off of quote-unquote me, we often completely miss the opportunity to help someone in need. As you may know, I've been through a pretty significant life experience. Many people that I mentor and encourage today haven't been through anything near as bad as what I experienced because, well, you can't get much closer to death without dying, and the recovery battle has been quite extensive. However, I never bring light on that. If I'm stuck in self-pity and immediately suggest that their pain is nothing compared to what I've been through, I just put my opportunity through the blender. If I discount their pain, I've destroyed my chance to connect with them. Self-pity is nearly on autopilot when it comes to that. It immediately comes back to self, and quote-unquote others goes off the radar. It's been said that misery loves company, so before long, we have our own little support group to wallow in the pity pit with us. And we're not getting out of that pity pit until we step out of the pit. It doesn't sound like rocket science, I know, but the solution really is that simple. Get out of it. Refuse to dwell on the bad. Choose not to drag everyone you cross paths with in on it. Even if you do have it bad, what can be done? Change your why me to what now. Good or bad, what can I do with what I've been given? I honestly don't believe that God will give you more until you prove yourself to be managing what you already have. Make lemonade out of lemons. If you struggle with getting the bullseye off yourself, take a look around you and find someone who's worse off. I promise you, you will nearly always see a worse situation without looking very far. Take a few moments to consider how they feel. Pray for them. If possible, make contact and encourage them. Maybe even share your struggle in a way that allows you to connect and encourage rather than complain. Self-pity isn't just non-productive, it's destructive. It can lead to bitterness, unforgiveness, and resentment. It doesn't bring people together, it divides them. As you may know, I'm a man of faith and a pastor, and I've found the best guidance in life to be the words I find in the Bible. Throughout the pages of the Bible, God tells us again and again that He wants us to bring our hurts and sorrows to Him so that He can comfort us. He not only wants to be our comforter, but our defender. If we'll let Him, He will defend us and fight our battles for us, leading us to victory every time. I like what King David wrote in Psalm 18, verse 2 and 3. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my Savior. My God is my rock, in whom I find protection. He is my shield, the power that saves me, and my place of safety. I called on the Lord, who is worthy of praise, and He saved me from my enemies. I read a blog this week about turning self-pity into self-confidence. It was a motivational thought, but I found it more effective to instead turn it into God confidence. Stand on what David wrote and believe that the God of the heavens and the earth is our rock, our fortress, our shield, our place of safety, and the power that saves us. That kind of confidence leaves no need for self-pity.